Hello, gorgeous humans. Happy Monday. Welcome to the morning show. I am your host, Marli Ansel, at Marli Ansel on the Instagrams. And this is the morning show. Good morning. Welcome. How are you feeling today? Happy Monday. I am so excited to dive in today because today we're talking about how to manifest miracles automatically. Let's go. This is going to be such a juicy conversation. I'm so excited for it. How are you feeling? How was your weekend? How's the vibe? How has everything been going? So I'm just going to say it because I'm going to say it every time. Big freaking energy. Big energy is happening. I woke up this morning with like the feels in my belly. Do you know that? You know those feelings where you wake up and you're like, something is in the air. There is some sort of like electricity. There's something happening. And I'll say this, if you're not careful, you can end up interpreting it as anxiety or worry or stress. Because right away, what I felt like was like my husband's, Chris says, oh my God, me too. My husband's alarm went off twice. Typically, I sleep right through that. Okay, look, I'm a sleeper. I could sleep for 10 hours a night every night, no problem. Typically, I sleep right through his alarm, but I heard it go off twice. And I was like, Robert, get up. And he's like, what? I was like, your alarm is stressing me out. So I felt the feels in my belly this morning. And so this morning, I get up and I knew like as soon as I heard his alarm go off, I knew this was going to be a morning where I was going to get up earlier. And I had already planned on getting up early though today. But anyway, sat on my meditation and was just like, feeling a lot. So here's what you need to know, what we need to know when you're feeling feels like this and there's no like explanation for it. We could probably come up with something pretty easily, but when there's no real explanation for it, you literally wake up feeling something. That is a on the precipice into the unknown energy, like a new energy. And anytime that we're going into the unknown, we get a little anxious. It's just natural. It's just natural because when we enter a new energy, that means we've never been here before. And your body is going to know it before your mind does. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I'm getting the feels as I'm saying this. Okay. Your body knows what's about to happen before your mind does. I want you to really take this in right now. Your mind is just a processor of what happened. You with me? Your mind is just a processor of what has happened. It cannot predict the future because it doesn't have the capability to predict anything that it hasn't already seen or experienced. Oh, let's go. So your body is going to feel the newness and then your mind is going to try to interpret it. So what we have to be really, really discerning about is that when you feel that newness, when you feel that big energy that's bubbling and your mind wants to automatically go, this is bad, this is wrong, we need to get rid of this, it's not good, I feel anxious, blah, 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 all of those things. We got to reel that in and see it for what it actually is. Nothing has actually happened. I mean, if nothing has happened, nothing has happened, right? If you wake up feeling like this and you just feel it in your body, you don't know why, nothing has happened. But your body is sensing a new vibrational frequency is here. Oh my God, this is going to lead beautifully into our topic today. A new vibrational frequency is here. And that is a new energy signature. It's unfamiliar. Hence, the mind labels it as dangerous. But it's not. It's not dangerous. It's just new. And so as I'm sitting on my meditation, I'm sitting there going like, why do I feel this? Like what is happening? But it is actually a very good thing. Even when it feels like stress, even when we interpret it as anxiety, what it actually is a new energy coming in. It's not a bad thing. Let's see. Amber said past few days were, I was having a hard time understanding what was behind the underlying current of out of nowhere annoyance. So, depending on your chart, sometimes we have our Mars conjunction days. Everyone needs to know this, especially the moms out there. When you have a Mars conjunction with something or a Mars aspect, so planet Mars is the activation energy. It's a warrior energy. It in the lower vibrational frequency, it's anger, it's annoyance, it's no patience, all the things. Whenever I'm having a Mars aspect day, I know it immediately and I'll go look at my chart and right there it is. Those days, it's like everything is bothersome. Now, again, it is a good thing because Mars is an activator. So there's activation energy happening for you. It's preparing you for something. It's kicking up some dust, kicking up some stuff that needs to be looked at, processed, let go. But it's good to know when you're having those aspects so that you don't lose your ever loving mind on your kids or your partner. It's common language in my household. I'll tell Robert, I'm having a Mars conjunction. I gotta go. I can't be around this. Okay. So good things to know. Okay, so we're going to dive in. Today we're talking about how to manifest miracles automatically. Oh, I'm so excited to dive into this today. By the end of this video, you are going to have such a clear understanding of exactly how this works. And it is going to blow your mind. You're going to get so excited. But before we do, hit the subscribes, hit the likes, all of that so we can tell the algorithm that we're doing really good things here. And let's dive in. Oh, okay. So let's see. Okay, we read Amber's. So we are always manifesting. We know this, right? By now we know this. If you've been showing up to the morning show every day for the last 8 months, which by the way, 7 months, we've been here 7 months. Can we just we've been here 7 months. We've been doing this 7 months. That is insane. It's amazing. It's amazing. Okay. By now we understand we're manifesting all the time, automatically. But are we manifesting miracles automatically? Maybe not. Maybe not. I think most of us are manifesting a pattern on repeat of the same shit as yesterday. Amen. Most of us are just repeating an old cycle over and over and over again. And we're sitting there going, why am I not creating the things that I want? I'm doing the moon rituals. I've got all my crystals out. I am thinking intentionally. I am willpowering myself to be positive and grateful. Why am I still manifesting the same old shit? So I'll tell you why. Until you change your baseline energetic frequency, you're going to manifest the same stuff. Okay? That's just flat out there. We've said it. We've done it. Now let's talk about how to change it. So you're always manifesting. Always, always, always. Because everything in your snow globe, as we say, your snow globe is your reality. You are the center of your snow globe. You are the center of your reality. You cannot get out of that. I always tell my people, there is literally no way for you to not be self-centered. And I don't mean it in the gross, weird, selfish way. I mean, you are the center of your universe. Everything you see, everything you interpret comes through your perception. You can't get out of that. Even when you try to think about what somebody else is perceiving, you are still perceiving what you think they're perceiving. You with me? So you're always in your own bubble. You are always in your own experience. Everything you see, everything you feel, everything you experience is yours. It's you. So we're always projecting out an energy field that is showing us our reality, which is reflecting back to you your energetic frequency. You follow? So as long as we're still operating in the same energetic frequency, we're going to manifest the same shit. We're going to manifest the same reality. Click, click. So what we need to start looking at is, what is my baseline signature? Because here's how most people try to manifest things. You have your baseline signature and you try to muster up, I'm going to get up to that higher vibration. try to muster up that next level energy to experience something you want to experience, to manifest something you want to manifest. And it takes so much effort. It's so hard to the point where you don't even want to sit down and try sometimes because it takes so much energy to manifest those good things that you want to manifest. The reason it takes so much energy is because it is like you have an anchor at your current energetic frequency and you're trying to rope climb to a higher energetic frequency with this dead weight holding you in place. You with me? You follow? So, if we want to get to the place where we're experiencing these beautiful magical synchronicities, like, oh, the synchronicities, I can't tell you how many things have happened in mine and Robert's life that literally I still sit there and I'm like, did that really happen? It's so perfectly miraculous. It's so synchronistic that your mind can't even fully comprehend it. And like I'm a magical being, okay? Self-proclaimed. I'm a magical being. I believe in all of this. I live it. And my mind will still be like, did that just happen? Like, did that just happen? So when we are in that level of being, Amber says, I love that analogy. Yes. When we're in that level of being where things are just lining up, I mean, so seamlessly, it's mind blowing to you. That occurs from an elevated baseline energetic frequency. So now I'm going to tell you the reason why most of us are not at that elevated baseline. The things that keep you in that anchored state, the things that make you feel like I'm stuck here and you're trying to rope climb your way up higher, are our lower density energies that are just like, I picture them like almost like, like cannonballs, like heavy ass balls. Oh my God, that did not sound right. Heavy, dense cannonballs just like sitting at the base of your belly, like sitting in that root chakra, just like just hanging out there. And what these lower density energies are, it's not bad. Okay. I know like in our spiritual personal development world, we talk a lot about like positive energy, negative energy. Nothing is bad. I just really, really want to emphasize that. Positive and negative are polarities that have to exist for our existence to even be here on the earth plane. Spheres of energy. Thanks, husband. I really want to emphasize though, it's a weight. Like it's like a heavy weight that is anchoring you down. So these lower vibrational energies, not bad, but lower vibrational energies are dense. And they stem from energies that we have taken on at a very young age, or even from a past life, our traumas, our wounds, our very heavy, limited sets of belief systems. It's the energies inside of us that are a perfect vibrational match for where you are. And when we're very attached, and we'll say that when we're very attached to what we believe life is, to our belief system, when we are very protective of our wounding, and what that looks like is like, when you get triggered, instead of getting curious about the trigger and going, okay, why does that bother me so much? And really getting into the belly, like right into the center of that trigger and of that wound. Instead of that, you end up reacting to whoever triggered you, swatting away the energy that ruffled you because you're protecting that wound. Now, it's an automatic thing as humans. I want to really, really point this out. We automatically protect our wounds because they happened at a time when we couldn't quite process how to handle them. So I want you to we won't go there too much today, but I just want to give you the full picture here. When we're kids and things happen to us, we don't know how to handle it. Okay. And it could be, it could be a big ass trauma that is deeply hurtful. Or it could be something as small as like Leah on the playground wouldn't play with you. Truly. Like, you could have things that happened as a kid that set up these balls of density in your body that are acting as anchors, and they're holding you with the unworthiness wounds, the not enough wounds, the I am not lovable. All of those things are these dense energies that are anchoring you exactly where you are. So every time you go, I want to manifest all of these amazing, beautiful things because you feel it. Your soul is calling you. It's saying, like, this is possible. We know it's possible, but it feels like so much effort because we've got these things that are weighing us down. So, you know what I'm going to say here? We've got to process out the things. But here's the thing, most of the time, we don't do the processing because we're avoiding the pain of it. Feel me on that? We're avoiding the discomfort. We're avoiding the, like, I don't want to think about that. I don't want to go into that memory. Or we don't even know what we're avoiding. So in the spiritual coach training program, I have an entire section where I talk about we're either avoiding, numbing, or flicking it away, like pushing it away. And we do it so automatically because it's this uncomfortable feeling, like you have a discomfort with something, and the immediate thought is just get it away from me. And so what that ends up doing is it leaves that wounded state in your body. Everybody be with me in this moment right now. And the wound itself attracts the same manifested reality. The wound itself. So, an example, you have an unworthiness wound. Unworthiness in whatever area of life is your favorite flavor. We'll go with relationships because I work with a lot of clients, a lot of women who don't feel worthy of that beautiful love, don't feel worthy of being supported and worshiped and loved and in this way that we crave as humans. And so if you have the unworthiness wound from whatever, could have been you watched your mom go through horrible relationships, could be something from a past life, could be something in the realm of like something happened as a kid and it made you feel as though you are not worthy of love, whatever it was. It really doesn't matter, to be honest. Like, and I know I don't want that to sound insensitive, but the source, the reason for the wound does not matter so much as the processing of the wound does. You with me? So when that gets set up and it's not fully processed out, you've got like, where's all my crystals? I need my crystals. Here, we're going to use an iPod case, or what is this? AirPods. You've got, picture this as just like a chunk that's just like this heavy density that's just sitting in your body. Well, this thing has a magnetic field of its own. You with me? The wound itself has its own magnetic field, magnetizing in, and it continues to attract to you. If it's an unworthiness wound in love and relationships, it's going to continue to attract to you the same level of man or partner or woman, whatever you're into. It's going to continue to attract to you the same level of person who is going to show you your wounded state, because everything in our snow globe is showing us us. You guys follow? Clickety click click. So we have to get up in there, because what do we do otherwise? We're like, I'm going to write out my list of all of the perfect qualities in the person that I want. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to just feel so much gratitude for that person coming into my life. Like, yes, there he is. I see him, right? And all of this is really good stuff. It's good stuff. But it will not do, it will not do a damn thing if this is still sitting in you. Do you feel me on that? So we got to start doing that processing out. Now, once you start this work, this is going to start dissipating, and it's going to come in layers. I'm sorry to say that out loud, but it is going to come in layers. I went through 10 years. 10 years of the same freaking relationship. Not the same person, but the same relationship. You follow? 10 years of it processing out different layers. And then once I got out of that layer of the relationship energy, there was a deeper layer that I had to look at. And then when I finally got with Robert, there was still healing to be done. But now I was in a space where I was with ready, where I was in a space and ready to do the healing with my person. I had attracted a man who could hold and handle and help me with the rest of the healing. You follow? So I say that because you don't need to be perfectly healed in order to attract the things you want. You've just got to start dissipating the density. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's almost like this seesaw effect that can start happening. So back to our subject at hand. When you start doing that healing work, you're gonna start magnetizing at a different level. So, our goal is to shift the vibrational frequency to where it's automatic. We don't wanna be stuck in the lower level, heavy density levels, trying to like rope climb our way up with an anchor hanging off of our waist. We don't want that. That's exhausting. What we want is to start undoing the chains that are hooking us to that anchor. Does that make sense? And as you let go of that, the weight of that anchor, you're going to start rising. And at each new level that you rise to, you are going to manifest at a higher vibrational level. Now, the higher you get, can anybody guess? The higher you get, the more joy you're going to feel, the lighter it's going to become, the easier things are going to just happen. And so, this is how you get into that state where you're automatically manifesting the most beautiful experiences of life just by existing. You don't even have to do anything, just existing. So, do we see now how your only job, like your own, I know our world emphasizes so much about how much you need to do out there. And I'm not saying don't do things, like we got to take our action 100%. But what I am saying is that action is only going to manifest the energy you're in. You guys got that. I felt that hit. That hit hard, right? Action, any action you take is only going to manifest the current frequency you're in. It's only going to show you at this level. So you could do all the best things in the world. Like you could do the to-do lists of all to-do lists, and it is not going to manifest anything further than the energetic frequency that you're in. You got to start shifting the internal state. And as you shift the internal state, the action you take will start manifesting more and easier. I mean, praise, right? It's going to start happening in a more easy way. So now, why doesn't everybody do this? You know why? Because having to face ourselves and look at our own wounding is not the funnest game there is. It's not that fun. But the way that I teach it and the way that I really try to convey to you guys and how I take my clients through this stuff is you've got to get excited about it. I get excited about every single limitation that I discover, every little wound that I hit on. I'm like, ooh, ooh, because I know the moment I process it, which by the way, and I cannot emphasize this enough, you can process something that you've been holding on to for a decade in a matter of about 30 minutes. I am serious. Now, can you do like the whole thing? Probably not. But the thing that's right there in front of you, it is so much easier than you think. Like it's so much easier than you think. And I have to remind myself of this because our ego is what protects our wounds that we don't want to look at, that we don't want to mess with. And your ego will have you thinking it's so hard. It's going to take so long. You may as well just not do it. Our ego is tricky, like super, super tricky. So we have to be the higher state, like the smarter one. And we have to know that the feeling that I feel that it's going to be really difficult and hard to face, like I don't want to face that anger. I don't want to face that hurt, all of those things. That feeling that it's going to be really, really difficult is a lie. It's a lie. Yes, we don't really always want to feel those feels, but I'm going to give you two options here. You can continue to manifest the exact same reality that you've been manifesting for months, years, decades, same loop of reality. You can continue to do that. Or you can spend 30 minutes with me doing this work and break the chain and manifest a different version of reality. Do you see what I'm saying here? So, the work, while we talk about healing work and it sounds so devastating sometimes, it's not. It's not. And it's the way. So, as you start processing out this old stuff, now there's another step to this. We want to start implementing fun, play, having fun on the journey. So we're doing this like seesaw effect, right? So if you're here and you've been in the wounded state, you've got the anchors happening, you can't get out of this reality, and you're just like, what the is happening? Like you're so frustrated. And then you start doing the healing work to dissipate those chains, to dissipate and disconnect from those anchors, healing that out of your body, letting go of the heavy that's anchoring you down. Simultaneously, what have we been missing in our lives? Fun, play, enjoying your life, making it all like this big game and adventure. So we want to start, this is what I call adding the magic back in. By the way, this is the entire process that we're doing inside the Miracle Matrix experience. You guys probably could have guessed that. We're going to start adding fun into your day, adding the stuff that you love. I'm going to give you guys just like a top secret, top secret, write it down. You need to know this. If you do things that you love every day, you are going to end up loving your life and loving yourself. If you do the things you love every day, you are going to end up loving who you are, and you're going to end up loving your life. Yes, it's that simple. It's that simple. So we're here. We've emphasized the wounded state for far too long. We're going to start dissipating the wounded state, and we're going to start adding the magic back in. We're going to start making it fun again. We're going to lighten the load until you switch over entirely to where your energetic frequency is this playful, light, fun. We're manifesting miracles all the time. It's easy. Everything we do just feels like a fun game of magic. This is the goal. Do we still have challenges in life? 100%. Are sad things going to happen? Yes, sad things are going to happen. We cannot get around that. We're not here to control life. We are here to have a better experience within our own bodies so that we can experience the most of what life is meant to be. Amen. So, worthiness wounds. These are your steps. Worthiness wounds. Adding that play in, making it fun. I think I've told you guys this before, but like one of my favorite ways to do life is to see it as an adventure. I forget all the time because I take things way too seriously because I have Saturn in my first house. But I remind myself, like, it's all just a game. We have to stop taking it so seriously. Yes, things happen, awful things happen. But the way that we can choose to experience ourselves and our lives is up to us. And so when we start adding that fun and that magic and that play and that adventure, like I tell my clients, start looking at it like, I'm going to do this and let's just see what happens. I'm going to do this wild out of left field thing I've never done before. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to start following my intuition relentlessly. Let's just see what happens. Like, make it an adventure game. And then the last step to this is we have to let go of the things we think we need to be okay. And I know that's probably the hardest one, but this is our attachments. You know, when we're trying to manifest things, we get really hyper focused, like tunnel vision on this one thing has to happen. And the thing about that is that that one thing that you think you need to happen in order to be okay is so minuscule and one-sided and small compared to what this universe can do. Like what your higher guidance can surprise and delight you with. Like things that you couldn't even imagine can happen seamlessly, but we have to let go because that like trying to hold on to a certain outcome is oh my, okay, spirit is speaking. I hear you, thank you. Okay, because trying to hold on to an attached outcome is the same as the density of the wounds. It's going to keep you stuck in place because we're like, no, it has to be like this. 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 And when we do that, we actually end up limiting all of the possibilities of how spirit can bring us exactly what it is that we want and better. So, you guys know one of my favorite phrases is this or something better, I release it all. God, angels, universe, this or something better. And then wash your hands of it. Now, the fun part in that, fun part, beautiful part, I want to say both. In that, you release the outcome knowing that it is going to be more amazing than anything you could have imagined. And I know, and I want to say this really, really clearly, I know that if you're still in step one, which is the worthiness and the healing, the heavy anchors, imagining source showing up for you in a way that's better than you ever imagined might feel like a stretch. It might. But that's why we got to do the step one first. We're starting here with the seesaw. We're not starting here, right? So we're healing the worthiness stuff, simultaneously adding magic and fun back in. And as you start to do that, you see you're going to hit this tipping point where this is the dominant vibration. And this is where you're going to start manifesting miracles automatically. And it's going to be easy for you to trust and believe that source is going to bring you something beyond what you can imagine. Click, click, clickety, click. Let's go. Let's go. I told you guys, by the end of the video, you will know exactly how to do this. So if you want to do this with me, I invite you to come into the Miracle Matrix experience. This is a 3-month healing program. We're going to do all this stuff together. We're going to heal the worthiness wounds. We're going to add the fun and the play back in. We're going to do some really cool manifestation things. It's going to be an amazing experience over the next 3 months. There are just 7 spots left. There are 7 spots left. So if this is something you want to come do with me, I invite you to come play. It's going to be incredible. Miracle Matrix. I mean, come on. So if you want information, feel free to reach out to me directly. I 100% am here for any questions that you have. But also, you can check out the link that's in my bio on Instagram. And if you're on YouTube, it will be in the show notes below. All of the details are available for you. But again, ask me any questions that you need to ask. And we're going to be doing a free masterclass this Thursday. So if you want to get a little bit of a taste, we're going to be talking about the healing part of it, healing your nervous system for this beautiful quantum leap. So if you want to come into that masterclass, if you're on Instagram, you can just comment masterclass and I'll send you the link automatically. On YouTube, it's going to be in the show notes below. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here live. And I'll see you here Wednesday for another episode of The Morning Show. I love you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Goodbye.